taking control of box halls for Orgless. But this has been a tough T-side so far for them starting here. Not able to find a whole lot of entrances.
This is a really strong performance from Voltage, actually, right out the gate. 6 kills already for him.
I'm wondering if that, I don't want to say it's inflated, but he certainly had an easier time. Remember, he got that AWP out in round 2. And, I mean, there was 1 or 2 free
You're
kills.
right, he had a quad kill in the pistol.
Yeah, and he had that as well. And the defuse. It's all going good. Well, but he certainly had an easier time. Remember, he got that AWP out in round 2. All they really have is to fall into this B hit.
You're right, he had a quad kill in the
Still some
pistol.
potential to steal with the second AWP, a double AWP setup. It's all going good. There's 2 smokes, plenty of Molotovs for Orgless, but the first obstacle is getting past this AWP.
There's a smoke coming in. Molly is...
Steel's already got it covered. That's a near impossible peak to take, and an easy defuse coming in. And again, Chaos keeping 3 players alive, so the money is going to build and grow. And we have a 4-0 start now. Now with the plant, as the losing bonus builds up, Orgless can actually buy in this. They've got a pretty decent chunk of cash behind him. Only Infinite really struggling. That's the surprising one. There's no flashbang there in support. The flashbang came after the shot to protect his retreat, which was perfect because Ye was about to try and trade that. But you don't often see someone peeking into Wardell like that and winning. All AKs for the Orgless side.
Curiouser and curiouser. Yeah, Sabrosa's been having a whole lot of trouble. This is FNS getting tagged, but Sabrosa's the one who died to camp last round. And it's been a bit of a struggle here in Pop Dog, and they're sick pushing with the help of Steel. Takes down Infinite.
This is not the usual T-side that we see out of Orgless. This is feeling a bit disjointed. I think they're fine. They're kind of going away from their own strengths. Players are going down due to cross.
Indeed. I mean, you expect to see a little bit more structure here, and, well, it could also just be Chaos living up to their name. I mean, they're taking duels everywhere. They're playing aggressive everywhere right now. It's Ivy, it's Pop Dog, it's up here in Brown Halls. They're just getting in their faces.
It is nice to see them playing well. Obviously, the ops out, the double op setup so early is going to be an absolute nightmare for Orgless, but also, I mean, that crossfire they had in Box Halls just now was a thing of beauty. It worked out perfectly. Another set piece, another 3 versus 5 where you head towards the inner bomb site. It's the only option left. That nade is a bit early, but it's going to hold them back, and there's massive amounts of damage done, and this defense doesn't need to peek, doesn't need to try and do too much. They handle it just fine. 5-0, and 5 players survive. Chaos gonna be rich.
Dude, they got so much cash now. Now they actually get to start building that economy. 5-0 for Chaos on the CT side. Orgless just looking stunned right now. And no bomb plant means no money to go for a force in this situation. They're just going to go for some half-buy pistols and Kevlar. Smoke getting picked up here by FNS, who elected to go for a helmet, interestingly enough. Do we see some quick play out of Orgless here? Are they hoping that they're going to get some deagles? I mean, jumping deags, always a thing. Now we got 4 deags on the map right now for Orgless. Wardell, though, caught in the middle of nowhere, burning to death.
This is wild to see this level of struggle out of Orgless. This is their map pick. And I mean, you pick this map knowing you're going to be starting on the T side, which is why it's partially so surprising to me that they're having such a difficult time early on. Still can be recovered. The hard part is the double op setup, the money that's growing on Chaos. Like, you're now in a situation where you're struggling to find that first round as Orgless, and you're probably going to have to win 3 in a row to take all the money away from Chaos.
And then by then, Chaos are getting max loss bonus, and yeah, no, this is pretty much as terrible as it gets here. Spot for the boost. Sick was ready. Does not get caught off guard by Ye, and gets the spray down on FNS as well. Infinite, last man alive, hoping to get lucky with the wall bangs. And it is just not happening. Orgless, do we set themselves up? Or do we set Chaos up for another perfect round? Back-to-back perfect rounds would just be so insane. And there it is. No kills for Orgless in the last 2 rounds.
Well then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chaos are impressing.
Take a timeout.
Yeah, at this point, perhaps this is the time for a tactical.
Take a pause, have a chat.
Smoking a pancake.
Bong and a blintz.
Just, you know, chill out for a second.
Pipe in a crate. Flapjack and a cigarette.
There you go.
Cigar and a waffle.
I love gold.
You've taken it too far. Taken it way too far. All right, another chance for Orgless. This okay, that's through the smoke, so that's just unreasonable.
And again with the mollies. And with this, we saw, you know, the pinnacle odds there. Hard shift. Hard shift in Chaos's favor now, so.
I mean, Duncan was asking when the fan vote leading towards Chaos if they knew something we didn't, and apparently they do. Or did.
I think that they've just been, you know, they've been looking so good, Chaos and Valorant, that they thought surely this is going to translate over to yes, in their match tomorrow.
It's the classic, playing Valorant to practice for Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Get that crisp, clean aim. Well, Infinite, Cam in a waiting game.
Man, look, I mean, everyone's rotating back from Orgless towards T-mid. They've tried to fall into... Oh, that's an awkward peek. I don't think Cam really wanted to have that happen. FNS is able to adjust nicely from Sick, but you still have the ops to deal with. But this is the best chance that Orgless has had all game long. Voltage is keeping Wardell pinned down. That's a nice, easy win.
Wow. The driest of peaks there from Wardell, and unfortunately, that did not work at all.
There's no nades left for anyone on Orgless. They have the one flashbang that just went out now, just so Ye could cross and get this plant in. Now, equally, there's only one Molotov. That's on Vanity towards the B bomb site. He's going to rotate into connector, and look at how scared everyone from Orgless is to actually move out of these positions. They know there's 2 ops left on the map.
3 alive. It's a 3-on-3 scenario right now. Stuck on the bomb, but with 2 ops, this is going to be a very difficult retake. They are slow, Orgless, to work their way in. FNS gets picked, but he was the lowest member there as far as health is concerned. Ye gonna find Vanity. And Infinite and Ye still alive, although Ye just gets caught, and that is Voltage catching Infinite in the open. Infinite, what was he thinking there?
That was a really nice retake. Oh, he was thinking he had to make some kind of a play to get out of it. He was trying to help his teammate over at E-Box, and I think he just took an unfortunate dink for his troubles. Just swung right into the crosshair of his opponent, which is very unlucky. I mean, you can just tell they've been so beaten up by these ops. Oh, so it wasn't quite through the smoke. He did see it before the smoke plumed. This is a nice game from Voltage so far. Cheeky little one tap.
Yeah, Voltage is looking very good right now. 10-0 for Voltage. He has yet to die. I expect to see low deaths on Voltage.
$12,000 on Steel, $9,300 on Voltage, almost $8,000 on Cam. Everything's going well. 7-0. Fast pace out the ladder. They're going to try and shift up and change the speed of attack. It's the AUG, and it only gets the 1 kill.
Unfortunate there for Cam. Like this smoke going down. Just cut Voltage out of the picture. If the guy's hitting shots like a madman, block him out. Could be a chance, and yeah, that is Sick finding a kill. Steel, that denies the bomb.
Yeah, that's nasty. And now with the player, Sick just needs to pause and wait. This is one of the situations where if you're Sick, take your hands off the keyboard. You don't even need to do anything to win. Your presence in ladder room is enough. That is such a difficult position in a 2-on-3 to clear out, especially when you need to pick up the bomb. There's plenty of time for Orgless, but they're frozen again in fear of these ops, and Steel's going to hunt them down. Subrosa coming out of mid late in a 1 versus 3.
The secret agent. It's been a rough game, a rough start here for Subrosa. Let's see if 007 can do the work. Usually how it goes in the movies, but I'm pretty sure he just got spotted there.
Listen, we're in LA, but this ain't Hollywood.
Let's see it. I'm pretty sure Steel spotted him. Yep, there's the shot. Leg. Subrosa down to 16, and Voltage. Oh, man. 0-8 for Subrosa. Chaos are just murdering Orgless right now. 8-0.
I like it.
Every point right now, Orgless. And they're coming up with strategies, it seems, to try and counter what Chaos are running. Getting that smoke down to block off Ivy thrown from T-Main.
I have to think this next round right here is just going to be 5 players towards the inner bomb site. Get in, at least get a plant, play the retake if you can. It's a double op setup, right? So you want to get into the bomb site, even if it's an equal situation. The AWPs, although it hasn't been this way in this map so far with an 8-0 lead, the ops, as you mentioned earlier, should be difficult in the retake, especially a map like Train where there's so many awkward corners and angles to clear out. So many chances for you to use cover to neutralize the op angles. Orgless just hasn't been able to get it done.
And it's looking like it will wind up towards B eventually here for Orgless. They've got the Deagle Force again. 2 smokes can just block off connector, block off upper, get out onto the site. And it's looking like that's going to be the name of the game here. Quick rotation going to be possible from Cam. Although it looks like we are going to have Ye hanging back perhaps to cover that angle. Still, Vanity, he's got an M4. He's holding close, and Steel with that AWP at range, who's going to get smoked off.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Vanity's probably going to be in some trouble. Steel, the timing on his Molotov could be everything, but actually, screw that. 6 just rotated over, so a second rifle is going to get close up. Chaos has felt no pressure across the map, so yeah, that's why you get the extra rotation, and that is just such a perfect time. 2 kills coming in for Ye. He was lining up for a third, but Steel rips his face off first. Voltage still hasn't died.
Steel with 16,000 money in the bank starting the round. Not.
Voltage is up there as well. He's at 15K.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. 11-0, but 11-2 for Steel. When both oppers are just going tit for tat right now, life is golden on the side of Chaos. They've got 9 rounds on the CT side of Train. Orgless 0.
They're living the
Goose
dream,
egg.
baby.
Yeah, this is as good as it gets for Chaos. And Orgless now, I mean, it is going to be the full buy. Wardell's got the op again. They've got all the nades. And very quickly down. FNS is going to be able to sneak his way past. Got to be careful here, Vanity. He's hanging around a bit too much.
Oh, he's lost his goddamn mind, and I can't believe he gets a kill out of it. That is mental. Even Cam follows it up. Infinite goes for the chase, thinking it was just Vanity, and somehow that worked perfectly. Even a nice trade from Sick. Ladder room is under control. Team mid is under control. It's burning, and Wardell down at 68 HP.
Dude.
That's so mental.
Pug life. That's what these guys are about right now in Chaos. They're just running in there, taking duels, making plays. And there you go, Wardell gets the punish on Sick, but then Vanity.
I even think that's a pretty cool peek with the cover of the nade smoke. I'm assuming that is by design. Steel's got another one. The final kill in the round. Again, him and Voltage right up, knocking on the door of 16K, 10-0. This is one of the most comprehensive beatdowns I've seen in a while.
Yeah, so far.
This is stupid.
This is so cool. Take that.
I mean, it's awesomely stupid. I just figured when FNS goes down the ladder and throws the Molotov and he chooses to push forward Vanity and take that fight straight up, that's where I'm like, FNS has got him right where he wants him. He's blocked off by the Molotov. Like, there's nowhere to go. There's no clean fight for you to take.
Oof, man, Sabrosa's happy for his teammate there. Wardell saves him. Sabrosa finds another one. Here we go. Best chance so far for Orgless, it feels like, this half. But then Cam is going to win the duel versus Sabrosa, catches him lurking out. He knows that somebody's in Pop Dog as well. Infinite holding close. Cam is going to catch him. There's the headshot. Cam stepping up big right now for his team. Ye takes him down, but Cam made it possible, and we're back into a 2-on-2.
Yeah, the problem is Orgless has used all their resources just to get those kills close up in team mid, so now the ops can really shine. Voltage with one more, and he's still playing to be deathless in this game so far. 2-on-2, Bomb Train under attack, and he knows what's coming. He knows where the next peak is going to be. Wardell's going to go for the plant. One player wrapping around, and it's a 1 versus 2. Voltage turning the corner. He sees the gun barrel. A bit sketchy, but now it's just Wardell, and he can't flick up fast enough. Orgless have their first round on the board.
Tough. Aiming low, aiming low. It's like, it feels like a 50-50. You know he's going to be there. Yeah. Is he upper? Is he lower? And, well, tough break, but yeah, 1 player survives, though, in that 1 round there for Orgless. And that was a shot. Wardell.
It was like underneath the elbow.
Yeah, that was perfect. Sabrosa's just like, whew, thank goodness.
Double op setup back in action for Chaos. And I think they had to drop. Steel had to drop an M4 over to a teammate, so the money is actually, you know, a little bit lower than I would have thought. But again, Wardell just way too slow. He's getting out-off by everyone. Yeah. Out-off by Steel, out-off by Voltage in this game, and that is a crazy thing to see.
You're getting out-off by Steel, my dude. That is, you are supposed to be the heavy hitter opper here, and you're getting out-off by the secondary op. Chaos now once again man advantage. Ye though. Gonna catch out Voltage, so that's it.
If Ye can start having success out towards Ivy again, that's one of the AWPs, but also such a critical part of the map. So that's a nice battle to win. Tough part again is they're running out of resources. A Mac 10 on Infinite, Ye and FNS with no nades and low HP, and Sabrosa has full HP in the op, but there's no real way for him to get aggressive and actually have an impact on this round.
It's crazy. They have no way of knowing that there is a huge opening for them to have pushed up Pop Dog here. Chaos. Instead, they're waiting. And it's been Infinite over towards B this entire time. It's
a smart rotation from Chaos. If you look at the positions, they're safe from any attack out Ivy. They're pretty safe from mid as well, and they can have a fast flank towards the inner bomb site. So Chaos has essentially just kind of sucked their defense into very central positioning to be able to cover both bomb sites decently.
This is all on inner. Let's see it. 4 players for Orgless gathered up. Ye and FNS low on HP. They need to make this clean. Sabrosa's got the AWP. He's going to be taking that upper as well. We'll see if Steel trusts himself. Steel hits the first shot and realizes that Sabrosa's upper as well. A lot of information gained. There's the quick flank you were talking about already. Cam, he's the only one who showed himself, though. So if Cam dies, Orgless have no way of knowing that there's a second man here.
Oh my god, Cam's having a game and a half. This plant, it's going to be fortunate if it even goes down, and it won't. Cam's got that one as well. Double kill on the flank.
That was so cool how they played that at Pop Dog, though.
Yep.
Not showing the second guy. That's so clever.
Yeah, a nice little bait and switch, because if you're Sub-Rosa, even if you get that kill on Cam, you likely think that's the only flank, and you don't have enough teammates alive to where you can just ignore the bomb site. You have to help them get that bomb planted as well. So that second flanker was going to get the job done, even if Cam didn't.
Dude, the Orgless are getting boomed. 1 round, and they get reset. Deagles, again, it's just a half buy. Sabrosa went ahead and bought the AK anyway, so we got the hero AK in play here for Sabrosa, who's currently sitting on 2 frags in the 13th round. Not what we expect to see from what is supposed to be one of the heavy hitters here for Orgless.
Ooh, Cam again. Sees that he's having such a good game, and especially at the position of E-Box. Steel almost doubles him up, and Sick is there for the trade. So some kills come out, and now Ye again towards Ivy. That's twice in a row he's been able to attack Ivy and just straight up duel the ult. And Sick's in some trouble, but he's going to solve it with aggression. Ye picks him off as well. That needs to be a win quickly. Vanity, lucky to be alive, I think. And Ye, that's an easy kill. The final one goes down 12-1.
Get. Man, Sabrosa, that AK nearly worked out for Sabrosa as well. It's so unfortunate he wasn't able to get more out of it in the end there. Well, there isn't really much to add apart from Orgless just kind of running into these sites and dying right now. This is going to be the big buy round for them, and so now I expect to see something special. They will have all the nades, although Sabrosa is light, but he obviously went for the hero AK last round, so he doesn't have a whole lot going into this one. But if you're going to come up with some crazy mastermind strat, now would be the time if you are Orgless.
Ooh,
there it is.
He's going to see it. It's an oh, nice shot.
Rosa catches Cam and Pop Dog, though. Getting a bit too predictable over there, Cam, with that aggression.
He's been having such a good game. He's probably just like, man, everything's worked. Back to it for the 14th time. Steel, the only defender at the inner bomb site now, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure. Execute coming in for Orgless. And you have to think Steel's going to be smoked off, so how does he manage this? Sick is taking control of teammates, so they're starting to piece together what's coming. I don't think they're going to rotate in time, though.
There's the smoke. Catches him looking the wrong way as well. Wow, Infinite, the hero, saves his teammate. Ye was a dead man. So a 3-on-3 retake now, Chaos. Some of them are so far away. Sick has got to walk as fast as he can. Voltage already trying to rotate in. But FNS is going to be in position to hear him.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to be ready for FNS's position along this back wall. And remember, Voltage with the AWP, hard for him to clear those angles. Infinite is now teamed up with FNS. I think Sick is going to have the biggest job on this flank, but this is taking a very, very long time.
I'm wondering if they even go for it at this point. They have money to rebuy. And obviously, I mean, it's 12-1, but there it is. Infinite catches Vanity, and this has got to be it. Just save the rest. Maybe Sick can take a rifle off of Ye in a moment here. Yeah. And Voltage finds FNS, so they will make this very expensive for Orgless, who definitely do not have the money to be messing around with the guns. Infinite showing a little bit of discipline there, not going for the peak, saving that AWP. He needed to.
Yeah, they absolutely did. He passes that over to Wardell, who was beat up for money. He was at 2,600, so they'll still get a very solid, a very strong buy out on the T side. But listen, no matter what happens in this round, 3 rounds is simply not enough.
Just rolling back the years, Moses, to quote Henry. Yeah, just rolling back the years now. This is you know, if they get the 3rd round, we're cooking with gas. CT-sided map after all.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
Oh, Steel.
Don't do it.
There we go. Wardell. This time Wardell gets to be the one who's holding the angle.
Ooh, a shank in the back onto Wardell. Look at this position. Vanity could actually save the day. A little bit blinded, but they've already got a kill here. Hard clear from Infinite. Doesn't get it. And the spam doesn't do enough damage. Now Cam on the flank. Going to go down. A 3rd round for Orgless. So they'll have a chance. That is, I mean, not much of one. But you never know. T-side can be a bit rough, as we just witnessed, and Chaos not necessarily known for their, you know, organizational skills.
No, exactly. I mean, this should still be... At this point, if you're Steel, you can just kind of go for some quick, aggressive pug strats going into the second half. Just run into it.
Well, you're hoping you just win the pistol round and just get it done with very quickly. Exactly. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. Finish the map. We're going to see what they do after the break. Stay tuned.
Autofull, gaming chairs for pro teams.
That'll keep you going. That'll get you going if this first half hasn't already. So Chaos 12-3 first half train, absolutely demolishing Orgless. Not what we were expecting, Jason. Us or the desk.
Surprising. I think everyone picked Orgless. No one went for Chaos.
No one went for Chaos.
Which makes sense. But, I mean, obviously the score is a bit weird. Listen, there's still some obstacles Chaos can run into. I actually think the pistol round is going to be pretty critical for Chaos. I think if they don't win the pistol and convert the second and knock this one out pretty quickly, I think we're going to have a bit of a grindy game. I don't know if it's going to be like an all-the-way comeback to Orgless winning, but I could see, like, if Chaos doesn't win the pistol, this could be like a 16-12, 16-10-ish area.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I have that much faith in Chaos's T-side on train.
I'm just keeping an eye on the ping here. Looking like we had a little bit of a jump so far. I mean, people need to stop streaming Netflix.
Yeah, get them. Tell them. Get all those people to stop Netflixing.
Yeah, Netflixing, YouTubing, what is it? HBO
Googling,
going. Yeah.
HBO going. Amazon Prime.
All the 4K stuff. Please stop. Just stop. And then don't.
It's very selfish of you guys to stream so much.
Yeah.
Increase the internet pings.
Exactly. Just download. I don't even
nowhere to really go with that one.
But I mean, the thing is, it doesn't solve the problem either. So it's not even a real answer.
Yeah. No, but I mean, we're good at posing those kinds of questions that have no real answer. Those are my favorite kind of questions. Just take it anywhere you want to go.
We can just discuss.
Well, let's discuss this SmackDown. Chaos. About to deliver the hammer.
Are they though?
I don't know. I'm just
that's the question.
Just making sure.
That's
as Duncan said. This is what I get paid to do for a living: is just make stupid little comments. Every once in a while, they make sense.
And you know, every once in a while, a team wins a T-side pistol round on train, and that would obviously make life oh so easy for Chaos. And it is looking like it's going to be the inner hit. They have the nades, smoke for connector in the hands of Steel and Vanity. Molly flash. Let's get it. Oh my goodness.
Those mollies can be huge down the stretch. FNS is going to have to... You're hoping that your defense delivers enough to where you don't have to use the smoke on the retake. Nice kill from Infinite. Oh, he's going to get a double. Steel and Cam come through that smoke, but it's all a fake. It's all a ruse. Sick is going to open things up. He's got one more battle. Sub Rosa is gooshed back. A player out towards Ivy. That's FNS. That's the kit and the smoke, and he's trying to stop the bomb plant, but he cannot connect the shots. And now this gets tough for Orgless, even with the man advantage. That just gets ripped away.
Dude, Vanity just keeps showing up in pistol rounds for Chaos. It's bonkers. Another 2 headshots for him. Infinite. Oh, you can't even catch him. Vanity gets around the corner in time.
Would have been a kill in Valorant.
Ha! Well, let's see it. Infinite Sabrosa. Oh, buddy. Looking for the shot. Sabrosa, he goes down. Vanity still dominating. Triple for Vanity. A single kill for Voltage and a single kill for Sick. They get the job done. 13-3.
Listen, you want to know what makes that loss even worse for Orgless? Is that was a 5-on-3 in their favor.
Yeah.
And
they
it just
still
gets torn out of their hands.
They still lost it.
I don't even know if that might have been designed to be a fake, or they might have just called it after the 2 players went down, but they certainly got the over-rotation from Orgless. I mean, everyone coming back to fight for that A site control, the outer yard control, is fighting at CT connector. The first player was, I think, at Bomb Train, and that was the most, dedicated player to the A bomb site was Bomb Train, so plenty of space for Chaos to swing out of ladder room and have complete control. This is a good old-fashioned B-rush. No one's slowing down, except for Sick. He gets stopped cold in his tracks.
Yeah, he is slowed forever. The rest of them are going to try and stream down, and it's Infinite doing as best he can right now to buy time, and he's doing a fantastic job. Wardell joins in, picks Voltage out of the air. Infinite takes down Cam, and it's falling completely apart here for Chaos.
How the hell did this happen? How did not a single one of those rifles get a kill or have any real impact?
Infinite, dude. He stayed alive forever.
No, but it's not him staying alive. It's the fact that he has 99 HP. How did he not get tagged once? No one coming down the lower ramp hit him. No one coming from the upper ramp hit him. That's a botched job from Chaos. And now, I mean, who cares if they won the pistol round? This is the same kind of circumstances. If you lost it, like, this is going to get infinitely harder. Now you have to grind 3 gun rounds away from Orgless, and that's not always going to be an easy thing.
Certainly not. I mean, as far as it stands right now.
We're not over yet.
It's not over yet. They could definitely, come in with the 4 Deagles and just start hitting some headshots, too. Steel just hoping to get lucky through the wall. But that was the peak. That was the chance for Cam.
They're going to have a couple rounds, Chaos, where I think Orgless is still going to be a bit shell-shocked from the first half in terms of how confident they are taking fights, how confident they are that they can swing and actually win fights against Chaos. But if Chaos lets them string, 3-4 rounds together, that confidence is going to come back very quickly. So it's important that even if they lose here, that they're able to take some kills, take some economic damage, make sure Orgless can't just build into some crazy, monster that, much like Chaos turned into in the first half, where they had a double op setup from like round 4 on.
Well, that was the thickest of peaks by Ye over at Ivy. Just slung wide. And now it is going to be Orgless. 4 alive, 4 survive, and you're hitting the nail on the head there, Moses. If they keep getting rounds on the board, they're going to keep getting that confidence back, and they're going to realize, wait, we can pug this too.
Listen,
we can hit headshots too.
Even Stella got her groove back eventually.
Dude, reference?
I actually never saw that movie, but for some reason I just really enjoy referencing it.
Why?
I think it's a hilarious name.
Stella got her groove back?
Stella's getting her groove back. I don't know what's so funny about it, but...
I don't know either. Maybe it's because Stella.
All right, D-Rush again around the smoke. Oh, Infinite didn't want to take that fight. He wants to take these ones, though. He does eventually fall. Vanity is making a bomb rush for the bomb plant, and Steel is providing him with the cover to do it. So that is not bad whatsoever.
Oh.
2 kills and the plant in a round where you come in with 1 smoke and Glocks.
Dude, he gets that parting shot, gets that final kill. Sick work. And so that is actually pretty solid there for Chaos. This is going to give them everything they need going into the next round. It's full buy across the board. Vanity even has money for an AWP if they want it. And Orgless, well, for them, that's just going to be money that they'd rather be holding on to. Wardell going to go ahead and get that AWP. It's looking like the double AWP in play here for Orgless on the CT side. A lot of money getting invested into this round now for Orgless. And Vanity, let's see. Is he going to come up with the goods?
The goods.
The goods.
All right. First gun round for Chaos. Vanity going to jump across. He wants to pick up someone making it to ladder room. He's at least prevented it from happening. And he gives up the angle very, very quickly. He's lost some HP, so passes the op off. That was just an op passed over because he had the good spawn, but didn't find the fight he wanted. So this will slow down. Although, I mean, it just looks from the way things are lined up that Chaos is going to just kind of eventually drift into a B hit. No one out towards Ivy, no one really messing around in T-mid. 3 players above ladder for the moment with Cam and Voltage back at T-spawn looking for pushes. That's a great take. That is just a stream of utility that comes out, and Subrosa probably distracted and obviously turns late from that flash and gets wrecked.
Sorry, Moses. There was way more chocolate chip cookie there than I thought there would be. Really tasty chocolate chip cookie.
Good old-fashioned chocolate chip cookie.
Dude, you can't go wrong. It is the ultimate, the supreme cookie.
Give a rat a cookie, he's going to want a glass of milk.
No, listen, I will gladly be called the Rat King. Oh, there it is. Infinite with the flank, takes down Steel. So man advantage lost for Chaos. Still favors them with 4 alive on a 4-on-4. Cam working his way out onto the outer side as well.
Look how much space they have outside. It's only FNS who's along the back wall, and he doesn't want to turn any of the corners. They're going to get a free plant.
They're going to get a free plant, but I'm thinking long-term here where Infinite, he's going to get the crazy flank.
What's he going to do?
Wait, does
Voltage
realize?
Yeah, they all know he's in Whitehalls. He never went back down the ladder, so that flank is gone.
Slick.
How is this happening? Ooh, spicy. Nice shooting from Vanity.
Brutal. What's mad to me, though, is that still, Steel, you're thinking, Vanity, man, brutal frags. Steel is still up there quietly with 19 frags.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of that's going to come in the second or in the first half with that AWP. He was great. Him and Voltage were just beasting with those ops, and obviously he's had a couple nice entries here. Particularly this one, dropping down to pick off Subrosa. I like that. That's just more evidence that this is not the Orgless that we're used to seeing. Like, why is there so much space outside? I can't believe the only defender was back behind Old Bomb that entire time. They're able to just walk out T-mid. Nobody spots it. Nobody sees it coming. Obviously, I mean, a little bit of a cheat over to the B bomb site. I guess they thought that would be the final destination, but to have that no intel and no actual defense is a wild prospect.
Indeed. So now, I mean, this is Chaos just getting that confidence. AWP still double impacted. Wardell catches Vanity. That's exactly what had to happen here. A lot of damage taken by Ye. He'll go down to half. But Wardell had that angle into a T main, and Vanity just hanging around an instant too long. Gets punished, and Chaos back to square one. They're going to get that grind on again. I like the boost. They know that came from somewhere close as well. They know that somebody's E-box, so a little bit of information gained here for Chaos. But Wardell takes Cam. That was at Ivy.
The op is starting to come alive for Wardell. 2 kills in the round so far. Infinite close up to ladder room. Steel looking for the push. Can't win the fight. Nice job from Infinite. One more above ladder had just escaped his view. And this round is firmly in control of Orgless. And this is one I cannot see them dropping. And it's good that they win this. They have no money in the bank. If they were to lose Orgless, they would have had no money for the final round of battle. So still keeping things alive in this map. The dream is still there.
Always. Hope springs eternal. Nice peek, but he's holding close. He's going to go down. Sick. Overpowers FNS. Gets that headshot instantly. No way to know that there's a second man, but they're going to walk right by it. The focus right now from Ye is on the bomb site itself. There's Sick again finding it. Needs to get this third. He does. That's 3 kills for Sick so far, but he has no idea that the flank is coming in. Infinite. Too quick. Sick is starting to make me think that there's going to be some crazy Chris J clutch going on 1v5. That inner sight lends itself to the plays if it all works out for you, but not that time.
It's fine. Those are some very nice kills. He took one of the ops away from Orgless. That was on Ye at the upper ramp. There was no chance of that being recovered. Wardell's was picked up, thankfully, for Orgless, considering the impact he had in the previous round. So 14-7, another buy coming in for Chaos. They've got the cash for it. And that brand spanking new Vanity, he's got the Tech 9. They've spit-shined it, Valve.
Yeah, have you seen the run and gun gif on YouTube? Guys just like hitting headshots, running us off.
I haven't seen the new Tech 9 in action yet. I'm excited for it for some odd reason.
It might be the return to like the Olaf Tech 9 for days where you're just running around corners and bopping people. Chaos gonna get that bomb down, or they should.
Yeah, they will. Steel's on a. Ooh, that is not ideal for Wardell. That is a tough job from Cam. If he had gotten that kill quicker, might have been able to pick up the second one. Steel sees there's no flank. Now he can pick up an AK-47 as well, and he can be involved in the fight. But it's Voltage alone at the bomb site, and that's not a fight you wanted to lose at that point.
Crosshair left a little something to be desired there. Well, let's see. Steel. YOLO plays, hiding in the smoke, pushing through, gets the flank around them. The other side, they may not expect this. 2 seconds left, though. The bomb is getting defused, and he's not going to make it in time. 8 rounds on the board for Orgless.
He would have had that. That's actually a brilliant play from Steel in a 1 versus 3 to win with some trickery. He would have had that if there was no smoke on the bomb as well. So tough beat for Steel, but I liked everything he tried to pull off there. 14-8, and we're going to get a bit of a tech pause.
Interesting. And is that because we're getting some rubber banding again in the ISP? Looks like it's not the most stable situation right now for Orgless.
It's fine.
Yeah. So waiting to see how this pans out here. Online CS, it's a return to the blessed old days of well, in that case it was DDoS. This time I think it's just too many people in LA using internet.
Listen, back in my day,
Internet
gaming similar. 70 ping was great.
Pepperidge Farm.
I was like, oh, thank God, it's not 100. Double-digit ping. Yeah, 14-8. So, couple more rounds of cast after grind, but this is kind of what I mentioned. Like, if you're not able to deliver that knockout punch, Orgless is making this comeback happen, and Chaos, we've seen them kind of fall into that inner bomb site a couple times. They're kind of favoring it here in the second half.
Yeah.
Not a lot of strategic depth in this T-side on train. This is what worries me now. If Orgless is going to start running, it's going to have to be a save round for Chaos. They have money on a couple players, but with this kind of a lead, just make sure you get some cash behind you. And that's going to be the difficult thing that Chaos has to... These last 2 rounds are going to be the hardest rounds that they've had to play in this map.
Isn't this kind of what we expected from both of these teams, though? I mean, at least from Orgless, I expected a bit more, but from Chaos, I was kind of just expecting to see Pug strats, you know, Pug life.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not. Even Pugs these days have gotten decently organized enough in terms of strategy. Like everyone at least knows the smokes now. It's not just chickens running around with their head cut off the way it used to be.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's yeah. It's there's still not like a deep playbook and deep thought into this. It's like kind of very basic calling around. And we know Steel likes to kind of read his opponents as the game goes on.
Who's got the wall? What do you mean there's no wall? How else are you supposed to boost out?
Res me.
Yeah. You know, they're looking to try and make the teleport plays. And well, Chaos, speaking of, they're going to teleport their way out onto the outer site, A site, looking to get that bomb planted. Need to find this kill on Ye. It's Sabrosa, though, holding the line in the back. Takes down Steel.
Oh, this is not good. FNS is going to stop the plant.
And there's Wardell chiming in as well. So Vanity and Sick, it's all on you. And it's not going to be for too long here as Vanity finds himself in a 1v3. Caught in the triangle. Ye is low, hiding, whimpering in fear. But his teammates have got his back.
Sweaty palms.
His teammates have got him covered.
Clammy fingertips.
Nightmare fuel. Doesn't want to look around that corner.
Migraine headache.
What could be there?
14-9.
Is it Jeff? No. 14-9, and slowly but surely, Orgless are working their way back into this first map.
Yeah, but we've seen Chaos have a couple really aggressive hits towards the inner bomb site that have had some success. That was fast-paced towards outside that they almost pulled off with Deagles. Maybe one other kill goes their way early on and they have a chance. This again, fast-paced. Subrosa's got the opening kill. Steel's found one burning. Good shot from Subrosa. He's back.
Yeah, time for him to wake up. 12th kill on board for him, and Wardell now starting to hit shots as well. He's even, no, never mind, ends it. 18-17.
Listen,
Wardell.
I don't want to claim myself to be a prophet, but this is exactly what I was afraid of for Chaos' sake. If they didn't finish this quickly, now you have Subrosa hitting some nice shots. Ye's playing a solid enough game. Wardell starting to come on with these AWPs, and the longer you're doing these kind of strategies that get shut down as Chaos, the better Orgless feels and the worse you feel. And the momentum, if it hasn't already, it's definitely at that point where it's about to switch to be in the favor of Orgless, and Chaos is going to have a really tough time.
It's entirely possible for Orgless to take the following 6 rounds. Absolutely possible. By the way things are looking, and Chaos kind of dropping off here. A little bit of a spot, Sabrosa. Holding close, though. Doing everything they can to bait a response. And there it is. Sabrosa finds the one. Knows that a second one's there as well. Oh, preemptive. Nasty.
Ooh. That is, speaking of nasty, Voltage and Cam with a couple kills. They have some openings, Voltage. Almost, oh, good shot from Infinite. He's holding the cross, and Ye has rotated his CT spawn to prevent the op from being salvaged.
Oh, clever.
Only if it works.
Oh, yep, he's got it.
Yeah, but he's about to get shot in the ass. And I've seen Forrest Gump. You don't want that.
Someone just jumped up and bit him. F&S. Just came out of nowhere. Thought you got bit on the behind. 11 rounds for Orgless.
It's on now, baby.
Have you watched Forrest Gump recently? Dude, that movie is immortal.
Yeah,
it is never going away. It is so good.
Yeah, it's on the Delta.
Oh yeah.
Entertainment system, which I exclusively fly. So I've seen that movie more times in the air than I care to think about.
Sick. Wow, what a great movie to watch, dude. It's so good. I rewatched it for the first time in a few years, and it just blew my mind.
It's got everything, Seth.
Yeah.
It's got laughs. It's got tears. It's got love, romance. It's got Richard Nixon.
And it's got the Hanks. Well, these guys, Chaos are fixing to need a Hanksy. No, that didn't work. A hanky is what I was going for. They're just going to be bawling their eyes out when Orgless run it back 5 rounds.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
That's
oh,
what
dear.
they're saying.
Yeah, well, it's entirely doable.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Maybe they're just saying Hodor.
Oh, man. Talk about a real tear-jerker of a scene as well. You rewatched that recently? Dude, that was...
That specific scene?
That specific scene is just insane. It's so good. Infinite, taking down Vanity.
Yeah, and I think Orgless has full control of it. Oh, except for Cam if he gets by. Okay, so who is going to be watching for that? I think it's timing for Ye. He's going to rotate around. They sense the hit coming in, but Cam needs to keep moving. He's about to get flanked exactly from where he came from. Footsteps are heard. Cam doesn't know. He didn't realize where it was coming from. And another flank through T-mid. Ooh, this could be a great call. They found a gap in the defense. Steal, this is the mid-round. He's had the information of where FNS was, and now they've traded it off for 2 kills for FNS. What a god. 14-12.
Wow, man, that second shot from FNS. The clean 1-taps. 12-14, and this is going the way of Game of Thrones Season 8 for Chaos. Just a goddamn nightmare.
Just wondering where you can go with that one.
Talk about destroying an entire series, right? Nobody even bothers. Like, have we even thought about rewatching Game of Thrones in all this time that we've had at home now? It's like, who's gone and rewatched Game of Thrones? That last season destroyed an entire series.
Yeah. Well, I imagine there's a lot of people who didn't watch Game of Thrones originally or doing it now during quarantine, and
they're wishing they had all those hours back.
yeah, well, they're wondering what all the hype was about Season 8. They're not there yet. It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. You're getting foreshadowing here. Or a preview.
I don't want it. Sick over in the box halls.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
So Chaos going to send 4 players out towards Ivy, going to try and just throw bodies at Ye, but I mean, even in the first half, Ye was one of the only players for Orgless who were having a pretty decent game, and he's been solid at Ivy. They haven't really lost too much control of it throughout this half. He's got Nop now as well, so 1 kill and he can just back off.
Oh. The jiggle. What? Shoots right between them. Get out of here. And now Chaos on the long wrap around. Oh, there's Ye. Yep. Hits that shot on Cam. No worries at all. But they've still managed to sneak their way through into CT spawn. Holding close. Infinite in position. And he's got support as well from Wardell.
This is the problem with this kind of a tactic, is eventually you get to the position where Steel and Voltage just got destroyed, and you just say, oh shit, what do we do from
what
here?
were we supposed to do?
We used everything to get to this position, and now they know we're here, and we're just screwed.
We are still... Oh, there it is. Saving the Deegs. Orgless near flawless second half for them. They've only dropped 2 rounds.
This has got to be so frustrating for Chaos as well.
No, Steel is just like, this is my life.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part is they had their chances, like that pistol round. They just had to convert. Remember, they did that second round rush to the inner bomb site with rifles and killed no one. They got shut down by 4 deagles and a scout. The inner anchor was infinite, and he had 99 HP when that round was over. They just got destroyed. That's your chance to just uppercut yourself into map 2 very, very quickly. And now you have this situation where you've just lost 7 in a row. You've lost, what, 10 of 12 rounds so far on this second half.
And you're calling a timeout finally. That was a tactical timeout used by Chaos. And well, that is them finally trying to say, we need to come up with something to get the job done here, gentlemen. We need to stop this from happening and at least get us up onto map point. And force overtime if necessary, but you got to stop it here. You got to stop it now.
Can you stop it is the question. Like, you have to, but they haven't really shown that they're capable of it, that they have the winning recipe. A lot of utility outside very early on, but again, this is a fake, and no one is actually being dedicated to it. Towards the inner bomb, so they go, but Chaos is missing the timing. Actually, that pulled everyone outside. All 5 players on the defense were actually at the A bomb site to start that round. And now if 2 have rotated back to inner, Infinite is close up on the bomb train. Wardell with an op is far back. They've at least forced out utility from the A defenders with that small utility fake. So if they can actually crack into this bomb site efficiently and get the bomb planted, less nades for Orgless to use on the retake.
Exactly right. Not all of the nades being used here by Chaos. They're just going to go ahead and fully commit to this inner site. 3rd man is rotated over, soon going to be a 4th here for Orgless. And now it begins. Infinite, your time to shine, buddy. Does manage to pick up the 1. Oh, it's sick, playing careful. Doesn't peek. FNS gonna find him kill, and it's just back and forth right now. Chaos, this is all on Cam.
Oh, this is a huge flank. Although he's got one coming from CT spawn, the timing could work out horribly. He hears the footsteps. Good kill from Sick. He's got a triple or double, excuse me, in the round so far.
Okay.
FNS the bomb train, and Cam has fallen back. That is a very fortunate save, and Sick is about to deliver overtime at minimum for Chaos.
There's Ye. Smoke going down, though, just makes life impossible here for Ye. He's got the money to rebuy this AWP, and through the smoke we go. We cross paths. Little does he know. 2 ships crossing in the night.
Where does Sick go once the smoke clears, though? Actually, it doesn't matter anymore. Ye's put himself out of position. He needs to try and win this round. Oh, he just missed it. He sees it right at the end. There still would have been a chance after that. They've got money for the rebuy, so if you're Ye, you just have to dedicate yourself to the 1 versus 2. Chaos have 2 chances to close this out. And Sick has gotten them pretty far. 22 and 19. That trip quad kill, I think, in that round was huge.
I just wonder, how does FNS not hear Cam there? And also, Cam had the bomb, and he's pushed up towards CT, right? If Cam, like, how did FNS not hear the steps? Because if FNS kills Cam, that's it, that's round.
You know, it could have been a stray flashbang, muffled the footsteps. Could have been comms coming out from the team that gets hectic in these situations.
Just no way of knowing, but in that scenario now, it's Chaos. Map point. Orgless know it. And again.
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
it's a broken ankle.
You hate to see it. Fractured.
What a big play. Sabrosa just walks right into T-mid. No indication, no pop flash. Some utility put out towards the B bomb site. They're pressuring there. They're peeking at upper ramp. That's Vanity inside the smoke to go down. Again, Infinite basically untouched. Look at the money for Chaos as well. If Orgless can win this, that next buy, round number 30 for Chaos' last chance to take this map, the buy's not going to be pretty. We might just have overtime. And Steel, because of the fact that Sabrosa just turns in with no nades, with no indication, he doesn't even think it's a possibility that someone's in that corner.
This is where it gets so interesting. If Orgless force overtime here, we're starting it all over again. A huge flank from Infinite. Catches 2 setting up, Voltage and Sick. Don't even know what hit him.
That's like the 4th or 5th time in this half that we've seen Chaos slow it down to such a degree that the flanks can be so incredibly powerful. And Orgless is starting to get impatient and bold with those flanks. First, I mean, even just Sabrosa pushing up. Then you have Infinite a couple times where he's flanked. Cam gonna try and save this AK-47. I would be surprised if they let it happen.
They've got money to buy again, but yeah, it's not going to be enough. FNS holding the flank. And now, well, Chaos, what do we got? No bomb plant. Steel has got money for a full buy. Could just drop an AWP.
No, it's going to be mostly rifles. It'll be mostly AK-47, some Galils for utility, maybe a Deagle or something for utility, depending on what they want to use, but ain't no AWP getting dropped here. If I had to venture a guess, Semler,
Please do.
I say this is going to be a relatively fast-paced round from Chaos.
Okay. Just get in there fast and
yeah, the
inner or outer?
I would imagine inner. I don't think it's going to be a rush, but
lower
here,
ramp or upper ramp?
a little bit of both.
Okay,
Yeah, maybe a 2-3 split.
2-3 split.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I think that's going to be what they call, and I think the problem with them going outside fast is obviously you have the AWPs that have been effective, but also outside's so much harder to hit when the utility's on the ground. You need to use your smokes deep to block off the ops, so you can't use them to put out Molotovs that are in the choke point. So I don't think you can really hit outside too quickly against, you know, from what we've seen so far.
Well, now let's see the telling moment, Chaos.
Ooh, it is outside. No, it's not.
Oh, it's for now. Oh, you got a very quick play coming in here from Sick. There's the molly. You've seen this before. Infinite.
Orgless,
off.
Orgless is reading the same thing I did. 3 players inside.
Waiting for it. There's Wardell. 1-for-1. Wardell with the repeat, but it's Infinite. Triple frag steal. He just ran his team into a blender.
Yeah, that is a great defensive call for Orgless, putting 3 players there. What a stop. And we're going to overtime.
We are. Infinite in regulation, 29 frags.
Which is impressive considering they started the first half getting battered.
Yeah.
He couldn't have had a good score in the first half when it's a 3-12 scoreline. So either way, Orgless run it back. They tie things up 15-15. We're going to OT right after the break. Stay tuned.
Ah, yeah, cool. I was talking to the production there. For whatever reason, that button stays on.
You've been doing this for 5 years, and that's what occurs.
Set up. No, but you see, look, yeah, usually you have to hold, then whatever. So going into it, overtime. That's what's happening. Chaos versus Orgless. They've done it, boys. 30 rounds, and we're gonna go in and see who is the first team to reach 19 rounds and claim victory of this first map of the best of 3.
And the odds have swung again.
The odds have swung once again back.
One more time.
To Orgless. Okay, Daft Punk.
Chaos have not recognized this yet, but Orgless has started putting 5 players outside to throw their nades and then fall back to inner. There's actually like a little small window where there's nobody defending the B bomb site. And that's Orgless just like playing a game of poker and essentially saying, you're never going to call a B rush as fast as humanly possible.
So far, so good.
If Sabrosa kills Steel again with a similar situation where you just walk into T mid with no indication, no nades, Steel is going to throw something against the wall. I mean, we won't get to see it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
he will do it.
If he was here on land, though, he'd have thrown something. Or just reached up and smacked one of his teammates. We'll see. There it is. Wardell with the first shot. Sabrosa nearly fluffs it. Steel fluffs it even worse. And surely, yeah, there it is. Sabrosa goes down, but it's still a man advantage.
He got hit in the shoulder with that smoke. Wardell's going to back off because there's another flank coming in. It's FNS this time. And for the moment, he's not dropping down the ladder. Good kill from Sick, and now, oh, they're looking for it. They're looking for this exact play. What a heads-up shot from Vanity.
Dude, but Vanity gets headshot in the meantime. Infinite and Ye still alive.
Vanity in ladder room, though, even if he's dinged, even if he only has 10 HP, he can just sit there and wait. But, oh, my lord, this is crazy. Ye, gonna get a freebie. They've gone to the inner bomb site, but Infinite read what was coming. He's got another freebie onto Vanity, and Chaos have outcalled themselves and left Voltage in a 1 versus 2.
This is the 200 to 20 to 200 IQ play. Oh, and there it is. The bait and switch. Infinite lays him low. Voltage is gone, and that is Orgless keeping the streak alive. 16 rounds on the board for Orgless, and they get the strong start here on the CT side.
That is so crazy. They saw an opening with that FNS kill on the flank to just go right back up, but they had control of the A bomb site. They had everyone in position. All they needed to do was plant the bomb and just play a standard game. And they would have had a great chance of winning that. Both of these teams have had awful T-sides on Train, so overtime you have to feel this is going to be 3-0 for Orgless. It's going to be a gift from the gods if either one of these teams is able to just get the 1 round on T-side.
Smoke going down, and Steel barely survives it. And HE would really ruin his day right about now.
They were thrown past him. They were thrown into T-mid. He just stayed put. He's very fortunate to get out with even just 6 HP. But, I mean, with him at low health, he's been one of the players who's taken initiative to attack. They're trying to bait a shot at a Ward. Oh, my God. Steel coming from above. That's a brilliant shot. Wardell gets dropped, but Infinite's here so quick, and another flank coming up ladder. Nobody sees it. FNS is going to have a crazy backstab.
Oh, this is Sabrosa getting in. Infinite finds that headshot on Voltage. There's the one. He knows that there's a second one here as well. So well played. Wraps it just in time, but Sick is there, the hero. Saves it. Cam, 4 HP. It's a 2-on-2. Ye finds Sick, and it's all on Cam. 4 HP, needs to clutch, 1v2. Can do it, he's got the AK. Ye knows that he's low, and he finds the shot. 17 rounds on the board for Orgless. Chaos are going to be beside themselves, Moses. Besides themselves.
Yeah, they're going to be. This is going to be a frustrating loss if that's indeed what comes to happen. They need this round because I think the big difference we're going to see when this switches is Orgless now had that first half where they didn't even look like they were kind of really checked into the game so much.
Yeah.
But the second half, they've all come alive. It's gone the other direction now. Like you're starting to see Wardell hit shots with the AWP. Sabrosa getting cold. Infinite is just slapping people around the map. He's got 33 kills, 33 and 19. So this is not going to be the same Orgless offense that we saw lose the half 3-12.
Well, down onto the inner site we go. Still alive here, Infinite. There it is. First shot goes his way. Wardell is down, and Infinite can't react in time.
Ooh, nice pop flash. Better shot from Vanity. Predicts the run through. And it's a 4-on-2. This should be the sole round for Chaos in OT. FNS coming for a huge flank, but he's got to run this. He's got to make it fast, so it's going to... I think Cam might have already hurt him as well. And FNS is certainly going to be a free... I say that.
Good job,
2 kills
Moses.
for Orgless. I know. Good jinx. That's what I'm here for. Last one left, and we'll try it again. He certainly can't win this time. Although the bomb isn't planted for the terrorist side.
There it is. Voltage hits the shot. 17-16, the final score at the end of the first half of overtime. Orgless taking the lead, though. We've seen how important it is to get those CT side rounds in. Very difficult to get those T side rounds for either of these teams.
This is going to be tough.
Well, we'll see if Orgless change that up now.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if their T side looks better because the players seem to be at least clicking now. They seem to be like warmed up into the game.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering.
A little communication going on, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
talking to each other now.
Remember that first half, they lost so many opening fights. They lost so many duels. The ops for Steel and for Voltage were on point. They've gone right into the double op setup here. But I think this Orgless team is going to be a bit more tough to handle in this OT.
Well, there's Wardell starting it off strong. No joy for Cam. He was dominating in the beginning of the first half.
Pretty sure they just spotted. Oh my God, that's so fast and Sick to follow it up. What a great recovery for Chaos.
Sabrosa's got that AWP now. This is where the mind games start to come in. Molly's going to force Sabrosa off the angle, though. And FNS, does he realize that Vanity is holding close? He seems to have an idea, an inkling, that it could be possible.
Just being cautious. That's a pretty big pick from Wardell. It's a shame they've lost Infinite and him. But remember, Cam was one of the players on the defensive side for Chaos. If you're not going to talk about the double op setup, you're talking about Cam doing great work over at E-Box. He was phenomenal on the defense. His score isn't exactly reflecting how good of a game he played. Well, how good of a half he played.
There we go, half, yeah. I mean, Infinite's the one who's really just been doing all the work for Orgless. Him being down now is going to be a problem. They're Sick with the peek. Catches FNS. Click, clack. And Sabrosa now alone. Will find the shot. 40 seconds. 1v3. Still has the bomb as well.
No, you're not winning this. And I mean, you might as well just go for it.
30 seconds.
You have all the cash in the world.
There we go, Sabrosa. Get the rifle and get to work. Saw him upper. Unfortunate. And so that is 17-17. Chaos tying it up. Once again, T-side rounds so hard for these teams to come by. And even with exactly that terrific start from Wardell, finds that opening pick. Steel just hits a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember as well, Wardell gets that pick, but then also just falls away because he's assuming there are going to be nades coming in towards T-mid. So he falls out of T-mid, but then when he comes back, someone new from Chaos, Sick, has just stepped up and taken the angle again. And he was caught off guard by that. He didn't think that was going to be a possibility. Towards Ivy we go.
There's the shot. Wardell finds Steel.
2 rounds, 2 opening picks for Wardell on the T side in overtime. That's something they struggled with in regulation. They need to capitalize on it this time. They couldn't do it in the previous. Winner of this round gets 1 chance to close out the map.
This is it, Sabrosa. Time to live up to the hype, buddy.
Got that AUG buff right around the corner. We'll get to see it in action. He's got plenty of bodies coming his way.
Sabrosa. He's going to be the one taking point. I'm still expecting Sabrosa to have to hit this headshot here. It's got to be clean. It's got to be quick. It's got to be swift. And Cam, well, is Cam going to get caught sleeping? But 45 seconds. It's approaching. Sick is actually going to walk into it. Bait switch. The setup. Yep. Sure enough. Sabrosa jumps across, hoping to bait an off shot. He gets caught by Cam, but Ye is there to trade. So still 2-man advantage for Orgless.
Oh, that's a brutal shift of position. They just barely missed the information. Infinite just is basically going to win this round for his team. 22 seconds left.
Oh, it looked like Voltage was going to get that shot. There's Vanity. Not going to find that second. And that's Orgless now. Map point. 18-17. And when Infinite stays alive, magical things happen for Orgless. The guy's sitting at 36 kills.
I really feel bad for Cam that he was holding that angle for so long in teammate and never got a chance for action. He's probably going to be feeling hard done by because Sick just pushed up and kind of took the thunder of the position and tried to push in towards teammate. But remember, they had no information of what was happening. That was the information play they chose to make with 2 players in that position. And unfortunately, Orgless is just right there around the corner waiting for Sick. So they've got a chance now. Orgless with 1 opportunity to steal this map away after going down 3-12 in the first half. They're on a 15-2 run. Didn't mean it that way. 15-5 run. I got that.
It works. What's not going to work here is Steel. Yo, there's Ye. He doesn't get the spray transfer. Voltage survives, but Voltage backing off, giving the room here to Sorb. Oh, there's Sabrosa with the flank. Sick eventually finds that spray. Still a 2-man advantage for Orgless right now in the round. And this is map point in favor of Orgless. What they've been struggling to get for, an entire half and then some. It's been the eternal struggle for this team, but it's looking like it's finally going to come through, barring some miracle here from Vanity and Sick. They are capable players, but unbelievable. Sick.
That can't be a thing. That cannot be a thing. There's the AUG. It's not pretty. We're not impressed with the AUG buff. We are impressed with the comeback from Orgless. It's going to be 19-17 in their favor. They take the first map, and this is an elimination series. The loser of the series is knocked out of Flashpoint, and Orgless have just taken that first map here on Train. It's their own pick. They've defended home turf, but it was sketchy.
It was definitely not as, well, it looks so good each time, and then it turns out, wait, we're just playing this as if it's a CT-sided 2013 Train map again. You know, it's like, yeah. Oh yeah, 12-3, 11-4, that's workable. You can do something with that on T-side. And there you go. So, just a stroll down memory lane. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hear what the analysts have to say about this first map, and obviously what they think about going into the second map.
Analysis station here. What happened in this game? What was that abomination from Chaos? The game was pretty much won. I don't know if I've ever seen a bigger throw in Flashpoint as that.
Yeah, that just felt like Steel and the rest of his team just got so frustrated on that T side. You could see two totally different philosophies from both of these IGLs, how they wanted to approach that T side. Train being notoriously...
Neither good, by the way.
Yeah, both of them admittedly did not work at all.
Or at least unsuccessful, at least.
Yeah, right. So once Chaos got this big lead on their CT side, I think they were up 12-3. They actually won the pistol, but then they just couldn't string anything else together. Steel, he tried to take the guesswork out of it for the rest of his teammates, and he just ran some set plays, some quick outside hits, just very fast execs so that they can't get picked off in the defaults or anything like that. And it all just fell flat on its face. It started getting the Orgless players warmed up. They knew how to respond to those kind of plays, and they just started to really crawl their way back into it, and they actually ended up closing it out.
Exactly, and on those set plays, it's not the plays itself that I minded so much, but in the pregame, we mentioned that yesterday Chaos had a lot of issues with their spacing, giving Havu many opportunities for those multi-kills, and it happened when they were entering the sites. Today, that spacing, it was so far apart. There was even a round where Steel was outside all alone in the outside yard for 3-4 seconds, then the hit came. So it seemed like this was very disconnected. Maybe they were a little too paranoid about giving away too many double kills, but those outside hits, they were very disconnected.
Yeah, and I want to bring up the fact that Steel, he had 19 kills on the CT side of this map, but he only had 3 on T side. And he's the one drawing up some of these plays, so even though the spacing's disconnected and some of it didn't work out, it's also up to his strategies to try to enable him, because frequently on the T side, he's actually taking the entry role on. You saw him flying out, and this is definitely good work from Orgless because they were able to throw good counter utility that created bad spacing for the Chaos players. But at some point, it seems like the Chaos team, they just need to trust the exec a little more, maybe run through a molly that's going to make it a little uncomfortable, but it will make their spacing better in the end.
And if you wait long enough, Sub Rosa and Wardell, like they're not all just going to stay asleep, but the one that's sleeping out to me right now is the ADR for Infinite here.
Oh, beast. Gage Green. I mean, he was locking down that B bomb site. I think on the CT side, he was challenged over and over again by Chaos once they realized the outside hits weren't going their way, and he just ran away with it. You can see right there on the scoreboard. That speaks for itself.
Definitely, and when your rifler starts to come alive like that and starts creating plays across the map, that enables a player like Wardell. We saw early on in the first half what a struggle it was for Wardell, missing op shots that you normally don't see out of a player like Wardell. So absolutely, Infinite stepping up right at the right time really enabled the rest of his players to kind of follow in line and follow in suit.
Next map was Inferno, right?
Yes.
Thoughts? Obviously, this is a potentially a 2-0.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing this going the way kind of like the last series where Chaos, they had this game by the balls and they just couldn't take it. They were so close, and now they're probably in a state of a little bit of mental defeat. I think, though, to Steel's credit, he's a better moral leader than FNS probably, or than who is it? The IGL. Peter probably is.
Okay.
So I assume that Steel is going to have a way to get everyone motivated, get everyone into this game. But at the end of the day, they know how close that last game was, and Orgless, they're on a heater right now.
Man, this Inferno, it's going to be tricky, but it's going to be completely different than the Train we just witnessed right now. On Train, it was all about the CT side. No one could get anything done on that T side. On this Inferno, both these squads struggle actually on their CT sides. Their T sides look great. They make plays all across the map. So I'm looking at whichever team has the better defensive structure should surely have a better shot at winning this Inferno.
Throw the casters. I guess eventually we have to hear from them again, probably for the next 3 hours. So let's say Semler and Moses.
Thank you, Duncan. Don't get too excited over there. Yeah.
Semler and Moses!
There you go.
Oh,
bring it in. The hype, the energy. We're going into a second map. It's Chaos and Orgless. And yes, now Orgless, they've shown that they've got grit, that they are capable of running it back when everything seems to be going against them.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer that they didn't have to show it to that extent. Like it'd be, it's nice to have it.
Okay.
You don't have to use it.
They're just putting it on demonstration. You see, now they're going to show two extremes. The first one was like, we're going to let them go right up to the limit, and then we'll run it all the way back. Here, Orgless are now warmed up, and they're ready to get the game on, and you expect them to just smash right out the gates.
Well, this is also going to be an issue if, as the desk just mentioned, if this is going to be a defensive struggle, if it is, like, as we saw in Train, if it's going to be all about the CT side and Orgless is starting on the CT side, Chaos in for a rough time. They didn't do too well down the stretch in that map. I mean, they could barely put T rounds on the board. Even in overtime, they looked outclassed in those 6 rounds. So, I mean, this is going to be a difficult one, and obviously, again, for elimination.
For elimination. Tournament life on the line now for Chaos. $500,000 up for grabs, first place. And this is lower bracket, but you can run it back. And if you get into the finals, a lot of money up for it. So now it is aggression from Orgless and running right into Voltage. Infinite again delivering with the kills. Ye's there to find Steel, and it is Sub Rosa taking a goosh to the face. Wardell, though, he's been the real terror in pistol rounds. Oh. They knew that he was there. They heard that one shot, and that's all they needed to know.
He gave it away, and then he just went for the spam, but Ye is a beast. Cam has a 1 versus 2, but Sub Rosa just 9 HP. You'd imagine he would just be the sacrificial lamb. Jump in, give Ye or give FNS the information, and it's a goosh immediately. Cam doesn't have the HP for this. They swing from 2 different angles, and Orgless get a pistol round with aggression.
This time FNS is going to survive it. This time they have the kit, and they are going to win it. Pistol round picked up for Orgless. And again, Ye with the big plays. 3 kills for Ye in the pistol. Really pulling through here for his team. They needed him to make it happen. Now Chaos. What do we got? What do we got for Chaos? It is, there it is. There's the AK because they got the bomb plant, so we will get rifles in the second round. Going up against a bunch of MP9s.
A whole plethora of SMGs.
Plethora. Oh, variety. A distinct cornucopia of submachine guns. Just frolicking in banana.
Well, they have control of banana. Sub Rosa is pushed down again. That's going to make this difficult to clear out. Another pop flash through the smoke, I think, would